I like to read. I need to read. And I actually love books, the physical object of a book. You know, I mean, if you have a bookstore, you don't just like to read. You generally really like books and to be surrounded by books. And there's a feeling you get when you're surrounded by books. There's a feeling you get when you can smell books. My name is Dan Becker, and I am the co-owner, operator of Becker's Books, used an antiquarian bookstore in Houston, Texas. Running a used bookstore now is kind of like running a farm. You have to be a little bit of a reader, a little bit of a buyer. You got to sweep the floors, a little bit of a farmer, a little bit of a gardener, and a little bit of everything. But mostly you have to love books if you want to do it. It's a book business, and it's something you do because of love of books, not because you want to make a whole lot of money. It started off as a hobby. More of a avocation than a vocation. I just liked going and scouting for books. I liked going to sales and looking for hard to find out-of-print books, sometimes for expensive out-of-print books, and it's kind of like rooting for acorns. I enjoyed that part of the hunt and the game of doing that, and did that for a long time before I ever did open a bookstore, and had a lot of books in my house and in my apartment. One day, you know, my wife said, well, what are we going to do with all these books? And I said, well, let's open a bookstore. And she said, cool. And that's a long time ago. I'll do this as long as I'm physically able or mentally able. I don't know which will kick out first. And I have done other things, you know, in my life, but I've never liked what I did like I like this. I've never had such a happy marriage of what I want to do, what I need to do, and what I look forward to doing as I do with the bookstore.